Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm an exec at McMaster MOOD FM Club.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I'm part of Mood FM, and here's what's in our bags.
Yeah, I am a smart mouth. How do you think I wound up where I am, who I am by now? Just another minute till we sisters sign off. So if you're not with it, wave bye bye bye.
Okay, so the first thing I picked up here is Rob Zombie, American-made music to strip by. So this is really cool. This is basically like a remix album. So he has this really big album called Hellbilly, and there's like Hellbilly Deluxe with some extra tracks on it. And this is just like a remix album of it that basically is just like all the songs redone like electronically. I really like his artistic style and some of the movies he's done. He's done like House of a Thousand Corpses and 31 and some other really good horror movies. So yeah, I had to get this when I saw it.
The first one that I picked was Monster by R.E.M. I really love this one. I heard the song Strange Currencies in the show The Bear. The kind of vibe that it brings is like you're on the subway and you're looking out the window on like a stormy day or something, and I really love the guitar in Strange Currency and a lot of the effects. They kind of use a lot of experimental sounds, and I really loved it.
This next one I got here, this is like another one where I was like, I saw this and I was like, I like grabbed it immediately. I was like, nobody's taking this from me. This is Dub No Bass with My Headman by Underworld. They're like an absolutely incredible 90s like house, deep house, techno artist, whatever you want to call it. Imagine being in the 90s and being at some random club that doesn't play the normal like pop house remix music, but actually plays real, meaningful, good, deep techno, deep house stuff. This is like exactly that. It's good music to listen to with your friends. And yeah, this amazing album.
The next thing I have here is Tori Amos, Tales of a Librarian. Although she isn't a librarian and never has been one, she is like more than an artist, I think. Like when she's on stage, if you've ever seen any of her videos or been lucky enough or old enough to go to one of her concerts, she plays the piano so poetically in itself. Like she's crying on stage and she gets really emotional because it really is emotional. She just fully sings about her experiences.
This next one is like, I know I kind of say this about everyone, but this is one that I was like probably one of the most excited I've ever been for a CD. This is Vampire Weekend self-titled. I usually say that the first song I ever remember liking was On Melancholy Hill by Gorillaz. And then second was pretty much just like this entire album, because when I used to go on car rides for my mom, she was really obsessed with this and she would play this whole album. And so I hadn't listened to it forever, and then I kind of rediscovered it again like a year ago, and I was listening to it and I'm like, man, I like subconsciously know every single song on this album somehow, and it's because I listened to it so much when I was a kid. So I started getting into them a lot. Some people say that they're like a fourth wave of ska, which I don't really see them being ska music, but you can definitely see a lot of inspiration from like dance hall and ska type music, reggae, all that kind of stuff dubbed. Their third album is usually regarded as their best, which is called Modern Vampires of the City. I still love it, and I still like their second album as well, but this is definitely my favorite for sure.
Okay, so I had Hugies, The Score. This album really meant a lot to me in like the 10th grade. It introduced me, I think, to something other than radio pop. When I heard Ready or Not, I was like, okay, so this is sort of just like another song on the radio that I just listened to, but it really wasn't. And Killing Me Softly is probably their most popular song for a reason. All the lyrics, it's just like you're loving someone and you know it's bad for you, and they know that you guys aren't supposed to be together, and like it's killing you softly, and you really do hear it, and it's really insane. Yeah, I really love it.
I got one more.
All right.
This is the only vinyl I got. So funny enough, I was actually in my lab, and then one of the other execs of McMood FM messages this to the chat, and then I dropped everything I was doing and ran across campus to get it, because this is like a monumental album for me. This is The Unseen by Quasimodo. So Quasimodo is like an alias of this one rap producer known as Madlib. This album, Quasimodo, is basically his alias where he produces all his own beats and then he also raps over them. And he makes this little character where he kind of pitches up his voice, and it's this little yellow anteater. And this album is actually so important to me that I got a tattoo of him, which I'll try to show here. It's this little character here. So that's Quasimodo. He's not pictured on this cover, but yeah, there's some of the greatest 90s hip hop beats you'll ever hear on this, even though this wasn't 90s. I think this was 2004, 2002 or something. Maybe it was 1999. I don't remember. But and he also, just some of the topics he covers in this is like, I know a lot of music is meant to be deep and really meaningful, and there is a lot of that in Quasimodo's music as well. But there's also songs where he's talking about, we're headed to the party to go see what's happening, and then they're chilling in the car, go put on some rapping or something like that, where they're just like talking about being a teenager and, you know, doing dumb things and playing music they like and finding music they like. And I think that's kind of what life is all about, is just sharing music and sharing ideas. So I think he kind of embodies that a lot, which is why I'm so inspired by him. But yeah, that's the last one I got here. Highly recommend. Every single album, or every single song on this album is amazing. And yeah, that's Quasimodo the Unseen.
Thanks for checking out what's in our bags.
If you want to see more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe.
I got laced with 30 G's, keep it free.